Hi, we're doing nested loops this time. Okay, so what is a nested loop? A nested loop is a loop inside of a loop. Okay, so let's create a for loop for int I equals 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus. We're going to print out I, system out print line, system out print line I. This is going to give us 0 through 10. And in fact, I'm going to make a variable called size. Int size equals 10. And instead of putting 10 here, I'm going to put size. This is going to make it easier for me in the future once you see what I'm doing. So this just tells me how many numbers I'm printing out. This is the size of my print. Printing out 10 numbers. So what if I copy and paste this and put a for loop inside of here? I'm going to put system out print line x. How many times is x printed out? Oh, I'm going to change these. I, j. This is typical for nested loops using I, j, k, l, m, n, o, p. This prints out 100 times. 100 times. The size of each loop is 10. So this outside loop runs 10 times. Every time this outside loop runs, this one runs in its entirety, all 10 times. So for every loop of this one runs 10 times. And each time this one runs, it prints out an X. So this happens 10 times. Each time this one happens. And this one happens 10 times. So you get 100 of them. It's actually size squared, right? So I'm not going to do a print line right here. I'm going to do print. And then I'm going to system out print a new line character right here. You'll see what I'm doing. We get this nice little box. Here's the first iteration of this top loop. Each one of these x's is from the inside loop. Whenever we finish this internal loop, we hit the new line, and that jumps us down here to the next line, and it keeps going. Very nice. So if you forget to change these from j to I, first of all, it's going to yell at you because you've already made an I. You've already made an I. You made one right here. See, there are two of them. You can't do that. So say you change that to j. You're like, okay, I'll change that to j. Then you hit run. Only the one happens. That's because you're still incrementing I right here. Make sure you change all of your parameters, okay? Now you can do some fun stuff with this. You can do something like system out print line or system out print. Let's do I times j. And then we're going to add a tab character right here. Okay, and you'll see what this does in a second. Okay, you get your times tables. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's see what's going on. First of all, for those of you that don't know what this does, all this does is take your text and put a tab. So if I get rid of this, it's just going to jumble it all together. It's going to be awful. Yeah, very unreadable. So this just tabs in after every print. So this multiplies the current I and the current j. Okay? So it gives us our times tables, which is really nice and fun. It looks all nice and pretty. So you can do all sorts of stuff with this. This is called nesting. You can put a for loop inside of a for loop inside of a while loop inside of a for loop, a while loop inside of a while loop. It's very fun. You can do all sorts of stuff. Let me change this to 100 and we will see what happens. Them's is some times tables. Alrighty, hope you understand nesting loops. Nesting loops.